Hello and welcome to another Purveyor of Light Lightroom quick tip. Today we're going to approach a topic that most people roll their eyes on and move on to the next topic. But I'm going to talk today about metadata and its importance and why you want to use it. Okay, there's just so many reasons that you would want to use it. So let's go ahead and find out exactly what metadata is and why you would use it and how you would use it. So first thing is, we all, whether we use a regular camera or whether we use a cell phone or mirrorless camera, it doesn't matter. All of our files and pictures that were taken are stored in digital format files. Now these files, they contain much more than just the pixels of the image, okay? And that's what we generally see. We post a picture to Facebook or Instagram or any of the other social media areas, and all we see is the pixels displayed. But inside that file is also all about the caption, the camera that took the picture, what lens, what focal length it was, what shutter speed it was used. It contains your copyright information, any tags or captions or keywords. They're all housed in this single file that we call a picture. And knowing how to use this beautiful structure that we have called metadata is the trick to actually really organizing your photos, as well as protecting your photos, and it's all included. So let's go ahead and continue on here. So why would we use it in the first place? Well, the number one reason, okay, we would use it, of course, is copyright. All right, because we have the ability in the file to actually put our copyright information and dictate the terms and the use of that picture in the file. That gives you incredible power to protect your rights, as well as letting other people know, hey, that you own this file. You're the one that shot it. You're the one that owns the copyright on it. Now you say, well, all I do is take snapshots and who cares? Well, you'd be surprised. Okay? So an example is, let's take a look here. Pretty old photo, but I think if we take a minute, you go, hey, I know that. I know that dog. That's Spuds McKenzie, right? He was one of the longest, most successful dogs used as a mascot for Anheuser-Busch. Okay? There were countless commercials and advertisements utilizing this dog. Now this picture was taken just at a beach, and it caught the eye of a person, and they turned around and loved the idea of this dog. It was unique, it was different, and it wound up being multi-million-dollar advertising. And wouldn't you have loved to have your photo selected and then been paid by Anheuser-Busch to use your photos and use the rights to your dog? Well, that's what happened. Okay, so let me go ahead and explain to you here on how important it is that your photos contain the information so that you can be found, right? All right, so let's jump in. Okay, so here we are on the web. This happens to be my online Flickr account where I post my casual photos, and to show you how all this ties in together with that metadata that's hidden away in the file. Okay, so this one here, for example, the picture I just did in Photoshop, just, for trying a technique out. And I thought it came out kind of cool, so I posted it online. I didn't think much about it at all. Well, this wound up actually being sold to a New York newspaper because they were running an article on, of all things, potholes. So they were writing an article on how bad the potholes were, and they thought that this image would serve their story well, and contacted me to purchase the license to use the photo. So again, I didn't do anything except post a picture online like we do all the time as people. But what enabled them to contact me and to get the information and get licensing and so forth, they used the metadata to determine how it was. Okay, so they came in, and the EXIF is another name for the metadata. You just hit that, and here they were able to see, oh, okay, it's copyrighted image, and by this guy, all rights reserved. So they knew that they had to contact me, and which they did. Okay. Another example is if this is another image that I just sold by chance. I was contacted, and how did they contact me? The EXIF information. And here you could see copyright information is right here in the metadata. You come down, it tells you about the title of the product, the credit, who gets credit for the image, the copyright notice, the caption, and if you go down even further, here they have my direct email, so they can contact me if they want to discuss licensing or purchasing the photo, and they even have the website that they can contact me with. Okay, and that's what they do. And then you'll be surprised on how the most common images that you think are, oh, it's just a nice image, but you'd be surprised on how many times, if you put that information in that metadata, how many times somebody will reach out to you and ask you to license the image. Now, the one with the pothole here, okay, this was just a local piece in a newspaper. And I think if I remember correctly, I got $50 for it. Not a great sum of money, but hey, I didn't have to do anything to sell this image. Okay, they came to me and contacted it. Now, if you stop and think about all the images we have online and we post all the time, okay, hey, how would you love to get $50 from every image you ever put online? The other thing is to look at the negative side of things, the reality of today's world. How would you like it if one of your images of your child, say children or relatives, you post it online, and someone grabs those images and starts posting those images in child porn or pedophilia stuff, or you find out that someone is stealing your images online, and you obviously don't want that for your pictures, and you got to have your legal rights taken care of. And one of those steps, of course, is to have the image with the copyright information so that you could collect damages for that. Okay? So in today's world, it's a reality, and it's such an easy step to do. There's no reason not to do it. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and run you through now how to do this in Lightroom. Okay? But you'll be surprised that, no matter what software you use, almost all software supports this. Okay? So here we are in Lightroom. We're in the library module. And if I turn around and look under the metadata type table here, okay, you'll see metadata. Open that up. And it may have some camera information. Remember I told you that it also houses what camera shot it, what serial number, what lens and so forth. You can see all that information is here. Here it's telling you this was shot quite a while ago by me with a Canon 5D Mark II, and so forth. But you'll notice that everything else is a lot of empty fields in here. Okay, so what you want to do ideally is make a template so that anytime you put a photo in Lightroom, it automatically pops in your copyright information. So then you don't have to do it, okay? Because you don't want to sit here and fill out these fields, every time you put a photo on them, or want to put it on your computer or upload it to, this agency or that agency. So what we do here is we make a template, okay? And that template is called a preset. So right here under the preset thing, we pull down and we hit edit presets because we want to make a new one. All right. And you don't have to fill. I mean, if I go through this link, you can see there's a ton of fields, and you most certainly can fill everything out here. Everything to keywords, to hashtags. I mean, the whole gambit in there. Now, I'm not recommending that you sit there and fill out all these fields, okay? But what I am recommending is the copyright and creator field, okay? This stamps and it puts in your copyright in the file, in the picture, okay? It's not visible in the picture, but it's in the picture's file. So that if somebody wants to know if this image is copyrighted, it's already in here and protected. It also then, if someone wants to license or use your photo, this provides them the information to contact you for permission to purchase, rent, sell, whatever the case may be. All right. So, IPC copyright. This is the first thing that we need to do. Okay. And we need to put the copyright notice in here, and I'll put the copyright circle, which is option G on the Mac. It's Alt 169 if you're a PC user. Your keyboard has to have a side numeric keypad for the PC in order for you to type in the 169. Okay, so anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and start a copyright in here for 2020. Because this is, this year, we just changed things. I'm going to go ahead and put in my full name. And I'm going to change this to copyrighted so that the image is now going to be told that I'm copyrighted. And I'm going to type in the right usage here so they know you can use it or can't use this image. All rights reserved. Okay, and we're going to go a little extra here, and we're going to say no usage without permission. Okay, by putting that inside the file, that'll tell anybody, hey, this image that you've gotten off online is copyrighted. This is the person that owns the copyright, and you cannot use the photo without prior permission or licensing. And now I can put in, again, this is totally optional, okay? If you have a website that they can contact you, you would type that in. In this case, I'll type in my website. So they go to my website and get the information to contact me. All right. The creator, okay? Who created the image, okay, is what you're going to always put in. And in this case, it's going to be me. And again, like I said, you don't have to sit there and fill out your home address and all this. Only fill the fields that you are necessary at this point. Now, I would recommend the country, okay, If you want, you could type in a phone number. I usually do, okay, but you do not have to, okay. If you don't want people to have a phone number, you can most certainly leave that off. Email. I recommend this because, you know, it makes it easier for everybody to contact you. So we'll put in my email address. And again, we'll put in the wife's website. And I think we're good at this point. You don't have to fill out. If you want to fill out the additional information, you most certainly can. But this is sufficient for what we need. This is going to say every image now in Lightroom that we put in Lightroom is going to stamp with this information in the file. You don't have to type all this in because we're saving it as a preset or a template. Okay? So when I hit done, it's going to say create a new preset. We're going to do a save as. Now we get to name it. Okay? And since it's my computer and it's nice and easy, I'm just going to simply 2020 oh, can't even spell today. X copyright. And create. Okay, so now we've created this template, and now this template can be used, and we don't have to fill all this information, and we can have it automatically assigned to every photo that we have in the library. Okay, so now if we come down here, I'm just going to show you manually. You see here, again, we don't have any information that's filled out about the creator or anything. These are all still blank. That's because we didn't apply our preset. So let's go ahead and apply our preset now. From the preset area, we're going to pull down, and there is that new 2020 copyright. So we'll go ahead and click that, and boom, Lightroom has filled out all the information. And look, there I am, the creator, the artist, the copyright notice, my contact information, my website. Everything is automatically put in. There's my copyright notice. There's the usage rights. It's all within the photo. Now, you do not have to do this for each and every photo, okay, when you import images. The easiest thing to do is when you import, okay. So when you come into import photos, okay, and you're going to put new photos into it, you can select here, apply, and then you have a preset. There's the preset. So if I import a memory card of 100, 300, 500 images, every image as it gets imported is going to be stamped with this copyright information automatically for me. All 500 pictures or however many is on your memory card, it's all going to be cataloged in Lightroom. Every file is going to be rewritten with that copyright information, and you didn't have to worry about any of it. Okay? So hopefully you can start to see the importance of this, okay? Why we would want to do such a thing. Okay? So it's an easy thing to do. You only, in this case, I only had to do it once a year in Lightroom. I just make a new preset for any time I have a new year. And in this way, any pictures that I import for 2020 are automatically going to be stamped with my copyright information and my contact information. Then, when people are back on a website or they see my photos, they know that it's copyrighted and it's not for use, right? They can say, oh, I like this image. I think I'll take this one. They can see here, oh, all rights reserved. And they go, oh, it's copy protected. I can't use it. But this way, it's this added step of protection. Okay? And as a bonus, you may have people turn around and contact you once in a while wanting to license your image. And again, it's so easy. You set it up once and forget it. All this copyright information happens automatically within Lightroom every time you import. Okay? So I hope you found this useful. And until next week, you guys take care.